Welcome to another episode of Hobby Nonsense. That's your intro.
That's the intro.
Are you okay with it?
I like it.
Okay.
Let's do it. We're going right in. We have a lot to talk about. Jesse is like,
I'm manic.
So many
over here,
he's manic.
I feel like I've lost my mind. I have literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different things to talk about, not including the Pokemon stuff that you already have down on your side.
Okay.
I don't know. Like, I feel like all of this has to be discussed. A lot of it, some of it's fun.
Okay.
Some of it's
isn't it
big.
all fun?
Well, I mean, some of it's like fun is like, I'm going to share this. Did it have to be shared? Maybe not, but we're going to do it anyway. But most of it is like, oh, these are big things we got to talk about. There's a lot going on in the non-sport world, baby. Hey, it's a great day to be a non-sport collector.
You know what, Jesse?
Tell me.
As your shirt says.
Yeah. Oh, what does it say? I forgot.
It's all good.
It's
baby.
all good,
it's
baby.
All good.
Wow, man, I'm glad I wore this shirt today. All right, so less banter than our usual beginnings, but that's okay because we're gonna make up for it as we go. Got a few things to talk about. We got new releases. Maybe you tell me this, Ray. Where do we start? I've got new releases. I've got updates on past stories. I've got non-sport in general market updates. And we've got a mailbag to end it all. So we'll at least save the mailbag.
Let's go with the updates.
Okay, story updates. First off, we talked about this on the episode I think you were gone for, where someone had bought a big lot of like 7,500 Polaroids.
I did see that.
We later found out it was Leaf.
Leaf was the one that purchased.
So Leaf was the one who purchased, and Leaf has already made this product, and it is already on its way out. Oh,
baby. That was fast.
Right. It's coming out, it looks like November 21st. I am curious what you think.
What is it called?
It is called Leaf Photogenic. Oh, no, excuse me. Leaf Photographic.
So they made a completely new product based
new
on what they purchased.
Absolutely. Yes. And
photographic.
And if you look it up, you'll see many of the Polaroids I think we even mentioned, but you've got Alan Rickman, Billy Joel, Tom Hanks, Woody Harrelson, Dwayne Johnson. You've got Eddie Van Halen, Jim Henson, Aretha Franklin, Cher and Elijah, which I don't know who Elijah is in that. I guess maybe her son. Kobe Bryant, Matthew Perry, Mark Hamill, Johnny Depp, Denzel. These are just a few big names. Mm-hmm. All of them candid photos, all of them with autographs on them. I am curious, what do you think a box of this costs? And what do you think a box of it costs? And what do you think is in the box?
Okay, so
are you looking? Don't look. Don't cheat.
Well, I pulled up the 2025 photographic, just a little post that they made on their Instagram.
Fair.
Which I'm thinking that's not the only thing that's going to be in this product, correct? Wouldn't you think that the photographs are the chases, like the one of ones, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
So what else is going to be in the like just cards of licensed celebrities?
Is that what is this your guess?
I would get. Okay, so my guess would be if they have a license for a celebrity,
mm-hmm.
they put that in the card, and then the chases would be the Polaroid on a card back or something like that. That is my guess.
See, that is where my head was when I initially heard that Leaf bought this up. That's kind of the product idea I thought they were going to put out, or maybe they would include it with, we already have Leaf Pop Century.
Like
maybe
throw
it
it
would
in
be
there.
Something in there. So this is its own product. You are getting one Polaroid card per box.
Per box.
That's
what else is in the box?
That's it.
What's in the box?
That's all that's in the box. You get one card.
Oh, that's all that's in the box.
This is what I'm saying to you. I'm staring at you and I'm telling you that's all that's in the box.
Okay.
$350.
Whoa.
So
how many? Do we know how many boxes we have?
Has got them listed at $350. I'll say that. So in a case, if you bought a case, it'd be $3,500, and you'd get 10 boxes, 10 cards.
Okay.
10
Polaroids.
10 Polaroids. I am of the opinion that I do not need this product.
Why?
Personally.
Why?
Because $350 for one
picture,
for one card, for one of these pictures is a little high for me. Now, that being said,
okay,
I don't think this is a complete, money grab in the.
It's close.
It's close because here's the thing: you could have done more with it.
Was a little
exactly. I think you could have done a lot more with it. I am also trying not to burn any bridges with Leaf because I still want to get Pop Century product. But that being said, this is if I got like a Robin Williams candid photo with an auto, that'd be pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
For
RIP.
For $350, it would start to be like on that edge of like, is this worth it? I think it's worth it. I don't know. Maybe not. But if I got a photo of, say, Wolfman Jack. I'm looking at another person. Yeah, exactly. I've heard of that name. I can't remember exactly who it is. I don't know if I'd be like, oh, that's where, or Sylvester Stallone. Sylvester Stallone signs in Pop Century already. And in fact, there's a number of the people that are probably on these lists that have signed or currently signed in Pop Century. So it's like, oh, I could probably go out and get one of these autos of their cards for a cheaper price than this. Now, granted, this is the only one out there of all of these. There's not like they made tons of these. What I also find interesting is that they are, I got an email from Leaf just saying like, the photographic product sold out pretty quickly, which is interesting. So there's definitely people who are buying this up. And maybe I'm going to be completely wrong. These go for $500 after everything's said and done. But I got an email saying like, if you want, you can buy lots. I think it was like lots, or maybe I think it was like a minimum order of 10 or 20. You can buy the unused Polaroids. Cause again, there were 7,500 of them. Oh, there was a lot, and they didn't use all of them because there were names in there that a lot of people either probably haven't heard of. There were names that they said like there's some of them that they couldn't even figure out like who it is or who the auto was.
That's weird.
So it's just like, okay, well, you're just going to get like a bunch of ones that did not pass the mustard for them to be able to use in the product.
Okay.
So my thinking is
for
that's
how much?
Good. I can't remember. Well, and that would be the price to the breaker. I don't know if they were giving that price out or not.
Okay.
But that being said, it wasn't crazy. I remember thinking, oh, I actually might just do this to take a chance to see. But then I started thinking, well, if this is what they left out of there, it may not be worth it at all. Like if I can't figure out who's on the Polaroids, like, well, what was the big deal there? So, all that being said, I'm curious what the audience thinks. I'm curious what you think of it at the end of the day. But this is a product that you're not going to find anything else like it. I mean, candid photos with autos of people. That's kind of cool. I think there's going to be a lot of people who like it. But I also think well, hang on. I did the math at $350 a box. And they paid, I believe it was like $181,000. All they need to do is sell 517 boxes, or that would come out to be like 50 cases, a little over 50 cases of it. And I'm guessing there were more cases than that sold somehow. Well, I guess I'm guessing maybe there was more cases than that sold, but if that actually couldn't be the case,
that's
right?
A lot.
They couldn't have done that if they saved some Polaroids left over. But but either way, they probably are more than making their money back very quickly on this product at those prices.
Do we know what the card looks like? Like besides the Polaroid, I'm guessing they
there's a picture of it. Here, I'll show you.
Is this it?
Yeah, that's it right there.
Wow.
You good with it? You love it? No. Oh, you're not a fan. Okay.
This looks like you're in high school and you take graphic design 101 and you come out with this graphic.
It feels rushed.
This is like a copy and paste. This looks like it was done on Canva with someone that just opened up Canva for
learned
the first time.
Canva. Yeah.
This looks terrible.
It's again, maybe that we could have given it a little more thought and time and things like that. I understand it was a lot of money for them to invest in this, so they were probably like trying to recoup, but
this
maybe don't do that. I don't know. Like
this looks like
I think we could have done a lot more fun things and kept this going even for a number of years. You could have put it into a series of,
and we know for sure that the product, this is it. There's not going to be anything in the future.
I can't say that for sure, but based on how the emails were worded, that's what it sounded like. So
this picture that I'm looking at looks like when you go on vacation and they take that picture of you and your family, and they put it in that like little like flap thing real quick.
Yes. Yeah.
With,
After you're
like-
tired and sweaty
Yes,
from being at the park
and they're
already.
like, "Would you like to buy this picture of you at the beach?"
Yeah.
This is what this looks like.
It is it's definitely an interesting product because these are candid photos, so it's not like they're all dolled up in makeup. They're not wearing their tuxedos or gowns or anything like that. Some of them are not even the best. Like there's a picture of the Sylvester Stallone one that is so dark, like the lighting on it, you can't even.
Well, I mean, it's Polaroid. I mean, what do you expect?
Well, and that's the thing. It's like if we're posting ones like that as like marketing materials, it makes me curious what some of the really good one or what some of the really bad ones might actually look like. But that being said, Michael J. Fox, Muhammad Ali, Patrick Swayze, some of those guys are not signing anymore. I don't know. I think there's going to be some people.
Would you buy a box for yourself?
No, not at $350.
Really?
Not
Okay.
at random.
Not at random.
This might be one where I would like, oh,
Like you're looking at eBay. This is what I want to pick up.
like if I found a Robin Williams one, because I think there's at least
would that be your chase out of this product?
Robin Williams is one that I really, really want, and I would love that.
What would be like
so
another
that would
one,
be
like Michael J. Fox?
Jim Henson, a lot of guys who
Jim
just aren't
Henson would
going to
be
be
dope.
signing anymore, right? Like that. There's a Kobe Bryant in there. I mean,
That's pretty dope.
there's political, there's sports fans, there's actors,
What
actresses,
political
musics.
figures?
I'm just saying. Well, I don't know if let me see if it's actually on this list. But on the actual auction itself,
Mhm.
it lists like probably every president that's been alive in the last 20 or 30
Who
years.
is the person that took these?
I would
Polaroids?
love to know.
Who is
I would
this
love to
man?
know the person that actually put this collection all together.
This
But
doesn't seem real.
it's a real thing. So, all right. So that's your first one. We're 12 minutes into the episode. We got we're gonna have to keep going. Oh, real quick. This is just a shout out to Mr. William Hootkins, R.I.P. Jack Tono Porkins is what.
Oh no, Porkins
William-
passed away.
Mr. William Hootkins, which is almost just as good as Porkins in my mind. His fictional Jack Porkins name in Star Wars. His real life name, it was William Hootkins. He passed away October 23rd. And you know what? He was a great character in Star Wars and Batman. He played Eckhart in like the Batman that what's his name was in.
I just watched the movie the other day.
Oh,
the Batman.
the director who did all the other things. And then there was the Batman. He was in Multiplicity.
Yes,
and
that guy.
The guy. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Everybody knows what I'm saying. Everyone's screaming right now. They're listening to this and they're screaming
Tim Burton.
at Tim Burton. We got
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton. God.
You're just going so fast, my brain's not working.
Everybody
That's
was
what's happening.
yelling at their
Michael
podcasts.
Keaton. I'm thinking the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes. Well, there we go. So, anyways, just as soon as I start collecting his sketches and other things, I'm very fortunate that I have a few items already signed by him, which is pretty cool.
You favor
So,
Porkins a little bit.
Thank
Just get
you.
that helmet.
Thank you. That's a lot of people have told me that.
Yeah?
That's how this whole collecting of Porkins has begun.
Come on.
All right, let's keep going. As we go, let's touch on VeeFriends. VeeFriends has a new product coming out. It looks like, according to the sales material and things like that I've seen, it is going to be coming out February of next year. However, I believe they're going to start sales to breakers and hobby shops and things like that as of this coming Thursday. It said October 30th is when those emails and things like that go out. I'm very interested in it because I got some of the last couple products, Topps Chrome and then the VeeFriends Super Stickers. These are 2026 Super Stickers Spectacular series. It's very interesting, especially if you followed any of the NFT things in the past. Like the Spectacular series is something that they've been doing since, I guess, early on in the inception of VeeFriends. The idea here is that there's going to be there's a few changes in the product specifically, but the idea with these cards are there's going to be 7 different backgrounds, this
is 36
6 different backgrounds.
Super stickers.
Yes. So 6 different backgrounds, including diamond, gold, lava, bubblegum, emerald, and hologram.
Okay.
88 total characters. There's actually 100 characters. So they're introducing 12 new 12 new characters into the sticker bunch here.
Okay.
So
we're getting 12
so you got
new
12
ones.
new characters plus the 88 characters that were already there. So 100 total. The 88 that were already there, they're the ones that are going to have these the base stickers with these spectacular backgrounds. But the character will also be
The variation.
a variation as well. So it's interesting. This is where I think so far the art on it looks very cool. There's a lot of inserts. I'm going to go back to this before I talk about it. Let me go a little bit more into the product. So, for instance, if you got like the very, 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 very lucky black cat, that cat could have be made out of lava. It's a lava illustration with a different background, say the diamond background, the gold, the bubblegum background. The real chase is to match the character illustration type with the card background type. I think that's going to be one of the chases with it. Each one of those is also going to have an autograph, which is numbered out of 2. Interestingly, because you're going to get a 2 out of 2 if you get the auto. The 1 of 2 is actually going to go to the person who owns the NFT.
Oh,
So they're actually I love how they continue to back up their support for their
agree.
NFT fandom. Like the people that have supported them over the years, I like how they're going to continue to support them. Just give them that 1 of 2 card from the set. I also appreciate that they are now going to be serializing all of these cards. Last time you just knew like it was out of 55 or out of 100 and something. This time every card will be serialized. I appreciate that. I'm glad that they've added that. There's a number of inserts. I think there's I want to say 8 inserts in here. So a number of different options. Some are going to be, I think most of them are all different from any other product. I can't remember, or any other of their releases before. I don't remember seeing any of these in the past. So you got things like where they've got comic variants, where from the comic book, you'll have the character drawings on there. You'll have autographs from Gary and DJ Kaufman, who does some of the comic book autographs. Also just a well-known comic book illustrator. You'll have a few different inserts, including some die cut ones, some mini sticker ones. So all of that is cool. I like the colors really pop. If you're a VeeFriends fan already, you're going to appreciate a lot of this. Here's where I have just a little bit of a concern.
A bugaboo?
I wouldn't even call it a full bugaboo. Well,
Okay,
I
just
got two concerns. Bugabees.
A bugabee.
I got a bugabee. One of them is, other than DJ Kaufman, it looks like Gary is the only one signing in this one. Last time we had Steph Curry signing in the last Super Sticker product, which I think really helped support that product, other than the fact that, there's a lot of VeeFriend fans already out there.
The sports people were...
Yeah, it brought in sports people. The fandom already of VeeFriends is huge and very ravenous. So they're already about it. But yes, it brought in some more eyes. This time you've got DJ Kaufman, maybe arguably not as big of a name as Steph Curry, and you've got Gary signing on some of these cards. My concern, my first bugaboo is this. Gary is signing too much. We're getting too many, because...
Well, he signs too much as it is.
That's kind of what I mean. So it's not just in the product; it's just in general. Like he's such a nice guy.
Yeah, he'll sign anything.
Super great guy, and he is willing to take the time to sign something for you. So awesome that he does that.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like we're getting to the point where it's like,
should we call
I'm
Gary?
Gonna go sell
Can we get him on the horn?
Maybe no. Well, maybe we could get him on. There's a possibility of getting him on the pod. But that's my point, though, is like, if I go and I'm trying to sell a card, it's like, oh, I'm going to sell this, and I'm believing it's going to be marked up because I got the Gary auto, and it's like, yeah, I've got a Gary auto. In fact, I got a couple of them.
Yeah.
I got, in fact, guy over there, he just sold me one, and it was a relatively decent price because there's a lot of them out there.
There's a lot of them.
That's my concern. So I feel like we're just getting maybe too many of Gary's autos. I think that he should, hold some of those close to the chest, right? We don't need, we want the Gary auto, not just the Gary name. The Gary name has a lot of value.
Correct.
But we want the Gary auto to continue to hold that value as well. And if we are inundated with just tons and tons of these we
loses,
may not.
it
we may
loses
not
its,
have that.
lust.
Yeah, we're not going to have the chase element to it because everybody's got it. That's my first bugaboo.
I have a base set Charizard signed by Gary V.
Do you really?
I do.
That's kind of cool.
I know.
That's all. What did he signed just one or many? All of them?
Just one. Mine.
Okay. So it was just one card though. Base set. Oh, okay. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I had my base set Charizard signed by.
That's kind of cool.
I know, it's pretty cool, right?
So all right, we've got that. And in fact, you know what? The more I'm thinking about that, you need to keep that card because especially as VeeFriends gets bigger,
yeah,
it's like, oh well, that's a lot of people have compared VeeFriends to Pokemon and all that.
You know how hard it is to find a raw base set Charizard if you're not like buying it off of eBay? It's kind of tough.
I think I've got a raw base set Charmander right here, but it's not Charizard. So
that's true. What do you think about?
What? Wait, hang on.
Okay,
hang on. Let me hit my second bugaboo.
Okay, that's right. Your bugabees.
My second bugaboo, and this is not to be confused with the Gary B, which has a dual auto with Gary V. Gary B, which is one of the characters.
Is that one of the new ones?
I believe. And Gary V have a dual auto. It's Gary signing for both of them, just to be clear. This is, again, where I'm kind of coming back to the number of autos out there. But my other bugaboo is if you take 88 characters and you take the fact that we just talked about how there's like 7 base stickers, which is, the characters have, one's going to be lava, one's bubblegum, one's emerald, all that. And then you take the 36 numbered parallels. So that's going to be for each of those illustrations, they're going to have 6 different backgrounds. So it's 7 base stickers with 36 numbered parallels. That's 42 variations of what we're saying. 42 variations per character of the 88 characters. Now, the math comes out to 3,696 variations. I am concerned that we may be going a little over. Too much? A little over. There was something that came out that said the base set, and this is where some of this math is kind of like I'm a little thrown off because I'm not exactly sure what it means. But it said the base set had over 500 base cards in it. I don't even really fully understand that either. So
why do you think that's a bad thing?
Well, because we get to the point where there's so many cards, no one knows what to chase. No one knows what.
They chase what they want.
Sure,
because it's like it's based on the comic books. It's based on these characters. I mean, you're what is it, Grizzly Adams, or what's your
Jack Borkins? What do you say?
No, the Grizzly Bear. What's
Gracious Grizzly.
Gracious Grizzly.
Sure.
So wouldn't you want to collect the Gracious Grizzly cards if that's your favorite VeeFriend character?
Yes. Yeah, I do. My problem would be like, I also want my card not only want to chase it, but I want there to be some value. I want to I want both. I want to chase my cards for my collection, and I want them to either hold the value that I paid for them, or go up in value.
See, this is where you and me meet in like a weird dynamic, because I'm coming from like the Pokemon world where there's so many Pokemon. There's over 1,000 Pokemon.
Yes.
Now. And people collect their specific Pokemon that they love, and some of them have no value whatsoever.
Yep.
But they collect them just because they like that Pokemon. But to your point, there is some of that Pokemon will make a more of a bigger rarity.
Yeah.
So it costs more money. So maybe that's what it is. It's like you have all these base set cards that are not a lot, and you can still collect them. But then you can pull a lava or a gold one or whatever, and then it's worth more. But the base set cards don't necessarily have to be worth a lot.
That's fair.
But the problem with that is that the box is expensive.
The box will, who knows what it'll come out at for sure yet, because we haven't even gotten like pre-sale prices. But you're right, it probably won't be as cheap as maybe the last one's coming out, because it was pretty popular.
Even the last one, it was like it was expensive. I thought it was expensive.
What was it? I don't even remember what it came out at now. I remember.
I think it was like at the local game store, it was like $400.
No.
Yeah.
Are you thinking Topps Chrome, or are you thinking Super Sticker?
The Super Sticker.
Double check that. I
the
don't
one
remember
with,
that ever selling that high. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe
with
with Steph Curry.
Steph Curry.
Well, maybe it did get up to that, but my overall thinking on here is okay. Well, you've got
Or 250. I can't remember.
3,600, almost 3,700, card variations. I think that's not to say like there's also going to be numbered of them. It says the rarities of numbered parallels will be finalized and shared after pre-orders are finalized.
That's
so
smart.
I'm not really sure what of those variations there may be, like 30 or what did we say? There's 42 variations per character. So of those 42 variations, there's also going to be a lot of numbered cards with those, because some of those variations will be out of maybe 100. I'm hoping there's nothing more than out of 99, given that we already have 3,700 just individual variations before you start giving serialized numbers of them. But yeah, it's a lot in my mind, and that's probably my bugaboo for this product. But like you said, there's a lot of fans out there. There's people who are going to collect what they are going to collect, and we'll find out then what really holds any value.
Do we know if there's going to be any retail product for this?
So there is actually good question. There is, I don't mean that condescendingly. That's a good question.
Maybe that's why there's so many characters and so many variations.
So there's going to be a product that comes out that is called 2026 Spectacular Series. Then there's going to be 2026 White Ice Hanger Packs. So those do not include autograph stickers or insert stickers.
Okay.
So you'll just get like the variation. So obviously they found some success with this. They're making hangers of this.
Yeah,
they've got the hobby boxes as well. I don't want to see it overdone, right? Like if you flood the market, that's obviously going to hurt things long term. But maybe I'm sure Gary has thought about a lot of this. I'm sure he's got a great team. Everything I've seen seems to be like they are on the pulse of what hobby collectors want. So hopefully that's the case. But overall,
and is Topps helping with this at all, or is it
doesn't
just
look like it? No,
okay.
And I think that's why you're seeing cards or stickers, not cards.
Gotcha.
I think
interesting.
It may be that like, oh, Topps is going to be doing the cards for this, cards, and they're going to do the stickers. I couldn't say for sure, but yeah, the fact that this is stickers and not cards makes me wonder.
I like this. I'm watching this little video that they have on their socials, and there's a spectacular cat numbered to 55 with the very lucky black cat. Looks awesome. Reminds me of like a Evolution VMAX card.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it does. It looks really cool. Are you talking about the one that has like the multiple versions of it on that?
It's fixing to pop up on the screen. No, it's just him or her. That one right there.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty dope. Number to 55. So,
no, there's going to be, like I said, they pop. There's a lot of really cool color. If they're anything like the last product, the printing was done very well. Yeah, I think overall it will still do well, and I'm definitely going to try and get some. Hopefully, I get that order invitation. But yeah, I am. My bugabees are out there now. Let's talk about some other new products and like some follow up on some products. Since we're already on product talk. So Disney Chrome, just a fun story about this. Ray just sent this over to me. I did not know this was out there. Someone's trying to sell the superfractor of Buzz. Now, this is the more animated, I guess, real life animated. It's the Chris Evans version.
Yeah, the Chris Evans.
It's from the
one
movie.
That no one watched.
The one that not many people watched. That I did see it. It wasn't terrible. I prefer my Buzz in the Toy Story universe, frankly, but that's fine. It wasn't bad. Chris Evans signed this. It's the one of one, and they're asking $35K for it. Which here's what's crazy. When I first heard it, I was like, that's insane. But the fact that the Samuel L. Jackson Frozone sold for over $20,000, maybe not as insane. Here's what's interesting. I had this conversation with Funkel Cards, Matt, who we had on the podcast a few months back. He has a lot of non-sport collectibles that he sells through Funkel Cards on eBay. If you guys love like anything, pretty much anything we talk about on here, including some older like 90s vintage like TGIF cards like Saved by the Bell and Family Matters and all these things. Those cards he's got a lot of, but he also does a lot of Disney graded stuff too. And we were talking about how Disney is really like, its own classification in the non-sport buying and investing world. Disney is one of these products that keeps coming out, especially from Topps specifically, where you're not seeing like a huge drop in value shortly after it comes out. There's a lot of these products, both sports and non-sports, they come out, there's a lot of hype, and then the hype kind of dies down, and then the product pricing kind of drops.
Yeah.
It is not so much the case with Disney.
That's interesting.
And there seems to be a lot of evidence too that prices are going up, especially like for graded stuff. The previous 2023, 2024 sets, he was talking about how he's seeing prices increasing, in fact, on some of those. So the fact that we've already seen, I think we talked about over almost 30 at the time, 30 sales that were over $3,000 or more. But now we're seeing, if I went back and looked, I'm sure we're closer to the $40 range or the 40 card range. But the fact is we're just getting so much Disney investing going on. And when I say that, I just mean like people buying it, whether it's for their own collection or they're actually holding it for long-term value. It is really cool to see the non-sport side see that like we've seen in the sport card world. All that being said, the Disney product now, Disney Chrome is like, I did a ton of breaks of that. When we are now going over to Disney Sapphire, Sapphire is much more limited in number. That comes out, technically, I think it's already out because I bought into some breaks over the weekend.
From Sapphire?
Of Sapphire. Disney Sapphire. I bought in some breaks
you got
with Filth Bomb, and I bought in, someone else I think was breaking it too. But I get mine this Tuesday, so tomorrow, in fact, I don't even know if you'll hear this in time, all you listeners out there, but the break I was in over the weekend or on Friday last week, I got the 1-of-1 Remy from Ratatouille, the autograph version. It's the facsimile auto, but I think it's like the first time they've had the 1-of-1. Oh, what do they call it? It's like the Papa. I can't remember how you pronounce the 1-of-1 in Sapphire. It's got some funny name that goes along with those kinds of sapphires. I don't ever plan on fully pronouncing it. I'm just going to call it the Papa 1-of-1. But I ended up pulling it in a break, not for myself, but someone pulled it for me, which was absolutely fantastic. I've never pulled a 1-of-1 before for myself. I've never gotten one in a break before. So the fact that I got one was pretty exciting. I will say, though, I love Ratatouille.
Yeah.
I love Remy. I am currently, it's probably either going up for on DC Sports in an auction, or I may sell it outright beforehand. I've had a few offers, and yeah, it's crazy. But I say all this to say it's crazy what some of these cards are going for, and not just in public sales, but you start hearing about private sales, people like these big collectors of Disney that are out there, some that are in social media, you've heard of them, but then there's others who are collectors who you have no idea that they have these giant graded Disney collections. I'm very curious to see how this continues to move forward and how people respond to Topps Disney products. Because right now, a case of Disney Sapphire, like if you go to Steel City, $10,000. It just came out. I mean, it's just coming out. It's at $10,000, and it says the last one available. That may very well be the case. Last one available at $10,000, and they don't even have any individual boxes for sale. But there's only
how many cases are you breaking?
I only have two. I only have two. I got 2 cases, and I feel a little sad about that, Topps. But that being said, there's only there. Well, I'm breaking them. I don't even know if I'll get. I don't know if I'm going to get the
10 per case.
Actually, I said 10. I think it's like closer to 10.9 is what they're selling for.
Dang, that's crazy.
But yeah, I'm not sure if I'll.
How much
end up
do you think your
it.
Remy's going to sell for?
The Remy. At least $5,000.
Yeah.
I think I've had offers at 5. I have said
at least $5,000.
Well, because the Sapphire from last year, the 1-of-1 Sapphire Remy from last year's product, sold for almost $6,000. And it wasn't the auto. This is like the first one with the auto. Like, so my assumption is, it's going to be somewhere around there, maybe a little over, maybe not. I don't know. But the 1-of-1 auto has not been pulled from this year's product. So I'm like, or if it has, it's not up for sale anywhere. So
you're going to sell it at a private sale, or you're just going to let it fly?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. It's going to DC as we speak.
So it's going to DC.
Send it to them. Yeah.
Okay. And if nice.
But
shout out to DC Sports 87.
Absolutely.
Consigner to the stars.
And they are very cool and flexible people, because I've said, and just in case someone does throw out some crazy offer. Would you mind sending it back to me before it hits the auction floor? I mean, once it's up for sale, it's up for sale.
It's
but
done.
before then, they said, yeah, they would send it. So that's cool. By the way, it's $10,999.95 for a case of Sapphire. It's the last one up there right now. Absolutely insane.
What has the 1-of-1 Mickey Mouse from last year been sold?
So I didn't realize this. No, apparently the 1-of-1 Mickey Mouse from last year's did not get pulled, but this year's did get pulled
already
last week.
Wow.
So
okay.
Last week, the 1-of-1 Mickey Mouse did get pulled. In fact, it was by someone, I don't know if they want me naming their name, but she had been in a number of my breaks already. I think it was Filth Bomb that ended up pulling the 1-of-1 Mickey Mouse. And she had said she would update me as it moves forward. She's in the process of like getting it graded, deciding on an auction house, things like that. But it's
how much do you think?
I think it's going to get 6 figures. I honestly do. I mean, like there's a 1-of-1 Mickey from the 2023 Disney product that Topps UK put out. Again, that was like the 100-year anniversary, so it's like Disney 100 on it.
It was Topps, or was it the other?
No, it was Topps.
Okay,
yeah. So, but that card sold for $500,000, confirmed sale. 500. That's the biggest non-sport card sale. Other than like a Pokemon TCG or something like that, which would be slightly different category. But this is like that's the largest non-sport sale that I know of. And I'm pretty sure this Mickey will probably hit 6 figures is my guess.
That's
especially
crazy.
Given the market for goats just in general right now. So anyway, Sapphire, I'm going to be doing a couple of breaks of that. I've got giveaways planned. I don't think my total break goes for over $11,000, which is what they're selling that case for. So that might have been a mistake on my part, or I'm just a great guy who's not trying to get every last penny out of it.
Guys, you're getting great products at a discounted rate.
Well, they won't even know, because by the time if they didn't already know, by the time they're hearing this, it'll probably be Wednesday morning early sometime. So, but that being said,
so the spots are like premium spots. Like what's the
biggest spot?
Well, does the Mickey?
I combine Mickey
pulled,
Minnie.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Mickey and Minnie.
Well, it's been pulled from Disney Chrome. This is Disney Sapphire.
And it has not been pulled.
Yes, correct.
And what is that spot?
What is that spot sell for?
Yeah.
Well, I just got done saying how I'm not trying to get every last penny, and people are going to hear what I tell them.
People already, by the time this is over, you've already sold the spot.
Let me go ahead and say, before I say what this spot was listed for, I was not. When I listed my break, I listed mine for I want to say like $400, maybe $500 a spot. I actually sold it for about $600 or $700 less than what the top price was, and maybe $200 or $300 over what the bottom price was. So I was like in the middle, but I was closer to the bottom than the middle. All that being said, it was listed for about $2,000.
$2,000
for the Mickey Mini spot.
Okay,
Mickey Mini and the Sorcerer, or the Mickey from Fantasia. Yeah.
What was the high? Like you saw, like the high values. That spot, like what was the
I've seen other people selling it for $2,500. And I ended up selling it for less than what I had it listed at. So, it's a crazy, but that's the thing. You get it could be a 6-figure card right there, or something in the high 5 figures.
You know what I don't get, Jesse?
Tell me.
People keep saying how like there's a Pokemon bubble.
When it's like a Disney bubble or a non-sport bubble.
Are they not aware of, like, Pokemon prices are peanuts compared to,
well, some, but you also have $1 million sales of Pokemon cards.
Dude, nothing like. What do you
mean nothing?
$500,000.
That's one card. That is one card. I don't believe there's been another Disney card that has sold in the 6 figures. I believe that was the only one. So I hear what you're saying, but overall,
you know what I mean? It's just like, it's peanuts.
I don't know if it's peanuts. If we're comparing,
I'm comparing, and I think it's peanuts compared to what people are spending on these Disney products.
Just to confirm, the next highest public sale that I'm finding is $32,000 for the 1-of-1 Mini from last year's.
$3,200.
32,000.
1,000.
32,000 from last year's.
See, guys,
So,
come on.
there you go.
And it's not even graded.
That one was not graded. No. That
Raw
was
value.
That was raw. Yep.
But it's only 1-on-1, so it's like it doesn't matter what the grade is.
Exactly. That's the thing. People want to have these. It is the licensed product, and it is in the States, and Topps carries a big name with it. And the fact that you can resell it and get maybe that or more in the future is what's appealing to people. I get it. And it's also like there's a lot of people who have a lot of disposable income who can afford to drop that kind of money. I mean, we talked about on SCN today, the guy who lost $3 million on a Babe Ruth card from 2023, December 2023, less than 2 years later to now. And I mean, you lose $3 million on a card, but he paid $7 million for it. These are numbers that I'm guessing that was not his entire like retirement fund, right?
Oh,
like,
for sure.
This is somebody who has a lot of money to spend on things like that. But that's the world we're living in, where people are starting to see cards as the next, art or wine or, these things that mature and grow in appreciation and have an investable quality in them, to where it's like, oh, well, what makes this painting or this bottle of wine worth millions of dollars? Well, it's because we say it is. It's because the next person who bought it wanted it that
Dude,
way.
I would love to collect paintings.
Oh,
I don't have the cash to.
There's some that I would really appreciate. All that being said, that comes out on Tuesday. The Disney Mint is the other product that's coming out. Also, it's pretty expensive. It's high value. We're going to talk about another new product that's about to come out that is not going to be that.
What time are you starting your break on Tuesday?
Tuesdays at 5 p.m.
So afternoon.
Yeah, it's a little later. Now,
little afternoon delight.
We're going to get into Ray, who's going to be doing his first solo show, doing a little Pokemon. But hang on.
On Wednesday?
Wednesday evening,
okay.
Right? That's what you got it scheduled for at 7 p.m. Central Time. Since we're still talking about it, I was just going to mention the Disney Mint product. I will have breaks listed. That's going to be on Fridays when the release of that.
So it's already going to be listed while you're selling the Sapphire.
Exactly. Yeah. And here's the thing about Disney Mint.
That's smart.
It is another Disney product from Topps. I don't agree with having them out, so many Disney products out so close together. I don't understand it, but obviously they're doing it for a reason, because they keep doing it. So there must be a good reason, hopefully. But that being said, Disney Mint has been very popular. It's a thicker quality card. There's only like 11 cards per box. One of them is encased. The big chases are like the autos in this are, if you say get like a Woody auto, you get not only a picture of Woody on the card, but you also have a picture of Tom Hanks. There's like the actual actor or actress. They are featured on the card with their character. I kind of like that. Honestly, I think that's kind of cool. But then there's also like some Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland. They're doing like a variation on how they did with the Marvel Mint, where there was the Gambit 52 card deck of cards, basically.
It's kind of popular right now, isn't it? Even with the NBA product, they're like throwing like...
Yeah, they've got like a variation of that too.
So weird.
Apparently it's a chase, and they're doing that with the Queen of Cards. They also have Scrooge McDuck inserts in here, like
money bags.
They're very rare, but like they've got the Scrooge McDuck.
I like that.
Comic. I think it's a comic. Scrooge comic cuts that are going to be featured in here as well, which I think is pretty cool. Dude, don't even get me started on Disney music. I was singing Disney Goofy movie music.
Do you remember the Gummy Bear or Gummy Bears?
Gummy Bear song?
Yeah. Gummy Bears.
Keep going.
That's all I got right now.
Gummy Bears. Yeah.
That's all I got. Put it down in the comments, ladies and gentlemen.
I like that. All right. Last, I think this is the last product that we got an announcement about. Not coming out quite yet, but looks like mid-November. At least that's what it's slated for. There's another Batman product. So our first Batman product has not come out yet from Upper Deck. That is still slated for November the 5th, which beep, 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 beep,
oh,
beep,
baby,
beep, beep, beep.
yes.
I got a text from our boy Shep over at Shep's Cards and Collectibles over the weekend. This is making it official. He cannot back out now. He said he got his numbers on how much Batman he's going to be getting. It's not much, which is kind of what we already expected. But he said he's going to give it all to me. He's going to
all of it,
all that he's getting. He's
not going to sell it in the store or anything.
I told him there's no way. I was like, are you sure? And he said multiple times, yes,
He's
he
giving
wants
it to you.
I'm guessing.
Selling it
I'm
to
guessing
you.
he's getting 2, maybe 3 cases. I am going to double check. I'm like, do you want at least 1 for the shop?
Yeah, for sure.
But it looks like I will have some to be able to do some breaks with and things like that. So that's really exciting for me. I'm so happy. And
so he's
if you're
he's
Hendersonville,
selling you at
yes.
least 2 cases.
Yes, yeah. So
Not
I don't
gifting them.
No. He's not giving them. But I mean, like, just the fact that I can get them is going to be pretty cool. So if you're in the Middle Tennessee area, pop up on to Hendersonville, go over to Shep's right off the bypass. You won't.
Shep's Cards
you
and
won't regret
Collectibles.
it.
I was there this weekend, and I
too.
purchased $100 worth of vintage non-sports cards that you guys can watch on the channel.
Oh, really?
Hobby Nonsense. Check it out.
Oh, that's exciting. Okay. I'm all about that. I'm excited to see
there
this.
was some stinkers, and I really like the Alf cards.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Was it you and me talking about Alf?
Yes, last week.
Yeah, man, that Alf, that's a weird story with
It's
Alf.
a weird story.
But
you know what Alf stands for? It's an acronym.
I did know that, but I can't remember.
Come on,
what
you got
stands
it. You got it. You got it.
Alien life form.
Baby.
Bam. Wow. When you told me that, I got the confidence all of a sudden, and I knew I did know. Thank you.
I'm here to lift you up, Jesse.
The next Batman product. So Batman Metals, what's coming out November 5th. This one, we don't have a release date yet, it looks like, but this is 2026 Upper Deck Batman, the animated series.
Oh, baby. Now
remember animated series? Man, I loved it. That is so good. There's
I opened up some Batman and Robin animated series cards.
Oh, really?
They were not great.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's sad.
They were not great. But hopefully.
I will say, from what I'm seeing on here, they look really good. And they do include voice actors in here.
Tell me that.
Now, the only thing is, I don't know. I don't have a full checklist from what I'm seeing. I don't have all the names. I'm not seeing a Mark Hamill as Joker, which I really want one, right? I think we all do. I'm not seeing it here.
What do we have?
We have Melissa Gilbert, who I believe best known as one of the Connor daughters from Roseanne.
Okay.
Melissa Gilbert played Batgirl, apparently. I didn't know that. I don't know these names off the top of my head. I bet you I'd probably know them if I had looked them up.
Batman.
Lauren Lester, who played Robin, they'll be signing. Paul Williams, who played the Penguin. John Glover, who played the Riddler. You've got a triple auto of Batgirl, Robin, and Catwoman, who Catwoman was played by, I don't even know if I can read that. Oh, Adrienne Barbeau. Again, another name I'm not 100% confident in. I believe the guy who played Batman has passed.
That's way. Kevin Conroy.
That's right. Yep. Kevin has passed. I knew that going in, so I knew we weren't going to see one of those. I am still hoping to see maybe a Mark Hamill Joker. I won't get my hopes up since I don't see it here. But the rest of the cards are looking very cool. Those autos are awesome. I'm excited. There's a lot of nostalgia with this set. I'm guessing it'll probably be a little bit cheaper than the metal, which is also a great thing because the metal's still only $250 a box.
Batman metal.
Yes.
And then there's Batman the Animated Series.
Yes.
So 2 different products.
The animated series, since it says 2026 Upper Deck Batman, I'm guessing we're not going to see it till next year, but still very exciting that this is coming out. So yeah, that's your Batman. That's all of the new releases I think I've got here.
That.
And I kind of talked over because I wanted to get all the new releases done. This Wednesday on Fanatics Live, our very own Solar Ray is going to be 7 p.m. Central Time, is going to be up doing Pokemon, doing a solo show. I'm excited for this. I'm very excited, especially just because your room where you break is amazing. Like it's like my dream break room with all like just the fun
you can have it.
Stuff on the wall.
Just fix that basement up and you got it,
bro.
baby.
I literally text my cousin who's a contractor. I told him, hey, I think we need to go ahead and start working on this. And he said,
you can make it just how you want it.
This is what happens though when you work with family. I sent that text at like
then
1 in the afternoon.
With family.
I got the text back at like 9 p.m. with like, yeah, we can do that. And then there was nothing else. Like there's no plan of anything else. I'm just like,
hire a regular contractor.
Well, the problem is the guy who built my house back in 2019, after he built my house, went into business with my cousin. So it's like, I would just
Oh.
call him, but it's like, I feel like, well, if I call him, then I'm like circumventing family. It's like, that doesn't look as good, but I want the guy who built my house because he did a really nice job. And it's a whole thing.
All right, it is a whole thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
all that being said,
we are breaking a booster box of the enhanced Mega Evolutions.
oh,
So that's going to have the promo card in there.
Yep.
Stamp promo card on the top. And over the weekend, I managed to get my hands on some Inferno X Japanese cards.
Oh, wow.
Which were really hard to find.
Where'd you get them?
I got them at another card store that shall not be named.
Never speak of, yes.
But in that set, you have a chance to pull that new Mega Charizard Super Illustration Rare in there.
Not anything to shake a fist at. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm also going to be opening up 2 boxes of the new Gem Pack Volume 3 Chinese set.
Dang, dude.
With the Gengar, the new Gengar card.
Yeah, which everyone's going after.
The new Meowth card. If you haven't seen it, it looks awesome.
Okay.
And the new Cubone card exclusive to that box.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. I didn't know you were pulling out all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's very
so
cool.
I want to start big, and everything's gonna start at $5 a piece.
Okay.
Jesse.
Hey, that's
Everything's
reasonable.
gonna be $5 a piece, especially with those, like the Japanese and the Chinese cards are like 5 cards in a pack.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot, but I want to give some people some value, and we're gonna have fun, and hopefully this is a little different. We're not selling spots. We're gonna auction off the packs, and
I think
go
that's
from
fair.
there. We're gonna see what happens.
When it's Pokemon, I prefer to buy a whole pack. I don't like. I mean, I haven't done mini breaks. I've never done a break with Pokemon specifically, but as I look at it personally, I prefer a pack.
Yeah, let's get you a pack.
But looking at some of these sale prices, it's not bad. I mean, if you pull a Charizard,
for the Inferno X.
Actually, no. Which one am I looking at? I'm looking at. I'm looking at the Mega
Japanese.
Lucario and Mega.
Those are the
Gardevoir.
gold cards from Mega Evolutions, and they're like $500 a piece.
English version, yes.
The English versions.
Yeah. Wow. Dang, $500 a piece. That's not bad especially for those characters.
It's
that
no
aren't
Mickey Mouse.
No,
but
do I need to pull up Pokemon $1 million sales? Because I'll do it. I will do it. All right. Well, that's going to be very exciting. So we're both breaking. I'm on Tuesday and Friday. You got your boy Solar Ray on Wednesday.
It's gonna be fun.
We've got Mailbag. Real quick, while we're still talking about Pokemon, hit us with the GameStop information.
Oh yeah, GameStop. Man, I hate GameStop.
Oh, what?
I hate everything about GameStop
What?
as a corporation. I don't hate the people that work there.
Not a sponsor, apparently.
Let's get that straightened out, because I feel like they don't put their employees up to succeed at GameStop.
Oh, whoa. You are really coming down on them.
I'm coming down on them. Everyone
Okay.
that I've ever talked to that worked at GameStop has hated working at GameStop.
Okay.
So GameStop Pokemon prices will increase again.
Oh, they just recently increased or something?
Well,
or?
they're not, the MSRPs on their stuff is not, it's $161 for a booster box MSRP and $49 for an ETB.
Okay.
GameStop sells those for $199 for a booster box. And okay.
What?
199.
I didn't know they were that. I thought they were MSRP.
No,
I didn't
they're
know.
not. They're not.
Oh, okay.
They're $199 for a booster
So about
box
$40 more.
and $59 for an ETB.
So like $20 more. They're like 50% higher.
And then they're going to increase their prices further.
Oh, that's not the increase.
No, that is what they
geez.
sell them
Okay.
for. So now their booster box will be $239.
Wowzers. Okay, so about
and
$80 more.
$69.99 for an ETB.
So almost a full doubling of that. What the MSRP is on an ETB. So the dream is you find something at Walmart or Target, because after that, there's
Or
really
one
not,
of those vending machines that you randomly get lucky in.
where they just have people sitting outside of them waiting for cards to show up.
Exactly.
Yeah. Man, I didn't realize that they were so much higher on that.
So much higher.
The Pokemon community, I can only assume, has had some
And
backlash to GameStop.
You can
about
only
this.
get one of everything.
Mm.
Unless
Oh, you're a pro member?
you're a pro member.
Which I am a pro member. Apparently, I'm still paying $5 a month
But
I don't remember the last time I was in there.
that's what I'm saying.
cleaning up on my 5.
I think they're getting a little greedy.
Okay.
And if this continues to go on, I think there's going to be some backlash.
Okay. Well, it sounds like there already is some backlash from Solar Ray, if
I
not
don't like
anybody
it.
else. Okay.
I don't like it.
We got are we calling them your bugaboos as well?
I
Or
hate
do you have-
GameStop as a company, as a corporation in general. I hate them.
Really?
Ever since
Has this always been the case?
it's always been the case.
I don't feel like I've ever heard you say this.
I hate GameStop. I hate everything about GameStop.
Make it known.
I hate the way that they treat their employees. I hate the way that it's
company first
company first.
and distant second is the
More
employee.
like
That's what we're
profits
saying.
first.
Okay. Well, friends and family out there who are thinking about going to GameStop, maybe consider another shop first. That's what I'm hearing from Solar
Yeah.
Ray.
If you're going to buy video games, get them from a local video game salesman or a video game store in your area. If you're going to buy Pokemon cards, go to your local TCG shop or your local game store or whatever.
I'm not even going to play devil's advocate and say, what if I don't have those things? I'm just going to go ahead and
That's the
accept
problem,
this.
right? Because
Yeah.
you have these small towns that's all you can do is go to GameStop.
I've been saying it for years is that that GameStop will be your next LCS. It'll be your card shop.
Well, this is what LCS is that like to quote unquote scalp or raise prices.
Yeah.
This is what their prices are.
So that was going to be my point. I was going to bring up was like, aren't LCSs even more than that in some cases, or at least at those prices?
That's what their prices are.
Yeah. Okay.
Which sucks.
Well,
but I get it. But it's like a small. At least if I'm going to give money, I'm going to give it to a person within the community.
I would agree with that.
Absolutely. I'm not giving it to GameStop.
Yeah. If it's down to GameStop, I had me because it was like, oh, it was cheaper price. And at the end of the day, that can be a big factor in what store I choose to shop at. But if it comes down to, oh, well, it's the same price, I can either support my LCS. And I don't even think you use the word support with a corporation typically.
Yeah.
Or I can go to GameStop. I support my LCS or I go to GameStop. I'm probably going to go to support my LCS just because of the fact that same price. What's the difference?
What's the difference?
Okay. Well, there you go, people. There's your Pokey update for now. We will have it hopefully next week. We're going to have not only a sketch artist on, in fact, one that I recently talked about on the last episode, talking about like that $10,000 sketch. Apparently, by the way, that little update, I did see no one actually. I was kind of shocked. I thought someone was going to message me about this. I found out because I like to do a little of my own due diligence.
A little investigation.
Admittedly, maybe a little late because I did it after the fact. That card actually, the sketch sold for $5,000. It shows on eBay as 10, but it was like or best offer. It went at 5.
310 point or what's the 180 point? What's the website?
Well, I use Card Ladder, but yeah, there's a 130 point.
130 point.
But anyways, yeah. So that is just something to keep in mind. Hopefully, we're gonna have him on. In fact, I don't
the
believe
actual
it was even
person.
I don't think it was actually his sketch either. So that was the other thing. It was like he has had sketches though that have done the exact same thing, and his point is still trying to be made of like, hey, how do we show support for the artist as well, since they took away those proof cards that they used to get that they could go and resell themselves.
That's cool. Yeah.
So hopefully he's going to be on. We'll talk to him a little bit. And then we also have another gentleman that Ray is getting us in contact with. He wants to make some comments about the whole, are we in a bubble for Pokemon conversation?
He's a vendor. He goes to Collecticons, all that good stuff. So we're going to have him next week.
Okay. I'm curious because he's making the point that we are not.
Cards.
He makes the point that we are not in that bubble. So I am very curious to see what he has to say. Couple other things before we get to mailbag. Just some, I think it's big stuff, but Star Wars records. We have 2 new records in Star Wars cards. One's pretty major. First one was 1977 Leia card sold for. Well, I think the last sale was back in May of 2025. So May of this year for $10,850. That card just sold for, I think, a little over $50,000 this last weekend with Heritage. Big sale, obviously very cool that we're setting that card just 5x in value.
Still not Mickey Mouse prices.
It was a PSA 10. It was, again, very cool to see that card do what it did. The bigger news was the Luke Skywalker PSA 10 from 1977 Star Wars set. That card, which last sold, the record last sold was at $78,000 back in November of 2023. Now, just shy of 2 years later, at Heritage Auctions this last weekend, sold for $268,000. Absolutely destroying the last sale, but not only that, it is now the highest selling Star Wars card. Now we're starting to talk about Disney. Now we're talking
that's
Mickey
Disney
Mouse
numbers
price.
right there.
We got Disney numbers, baby. So the Star Wars Luke Skywalker, I've said this for a while now. It is essentially like one of these cards for non-sport collectors that it's like, what's your Michael Jordan rookie card? That it's hard to say that when it comes to non-sport, but this was in that category when it comes to, hey, if you're going to be a real serious collector, you have a Luke Skywalker tin in your collection. Tins are extremely hard to come by. In fact, I think it's, let me see if I can see
that the one
count.
that Wemby bought too, but it wasn't in a 10 at that card show? You seen that clip?
Oh, maybe. I mean, it's very possible. I didn't see the clip. There's only 9 of them. There's only 9 PSA 10s of that card. The
That's
Leia,
crazy.
which if anybody is curious, it was the Leia number 5 from 1977. There's only 15 of those in a tin either. So some big sales, good records. Other point was there was the Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Yu-Gi-Oh! It's Yu-Gi-Oh! Right? I swear I say it.
Yu-Gi-Oh?
Okay, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! It is Yu-Gi-Oh! All right, thank you. Oh man, I'm embarrassed already. The French president is like a collector of Yu-Gi-Oh! Apparently. He had in Paris, I guess there was like the World Championship competition that is being held, and he did some kind of like commencement video for the event, and he showed off like his
Blue Eyes White Dragon?
There you go. He has his own Blue Eyes White Dragon card, and he was showing it off in the video. It made a lot of social media news, but the fact that you got like the president of France showing off his TCG Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I
Shout
think
out to the president of France.
I think that's pretty cool. I don't know. I think that's awesome to see more and more support in our community.
Dude, Yu-Gi-Oh is like low key. Like a lot of people still collect Yu-Gi-Oh.
Dude,
like lot of people would rather play Yu-Gi-Oh as a card game because there's more like mechanics and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Than Pokemon or any other TCG. It's more of like legitimately like a trading card game.
It is. There's a lot of serious fandom around it. There's, in fact, I can't name names, but there may be someone who works with this show who very much appreciates Yu-Gi-Oh. So, it's a, I don't know, something that I am not educated enough on. I think we've talked about it in the past, but maybe time to have another
Yu-Gi-Oh,
update.
dude, I don't even know what it's called, but one of the things to look out for, if you're ever on the garage sale trail, whatever that thing that they have on their arm that holds the cards, they make a toy of it.
Oh, that makes sense.
If you find that anywhere, it's like $300 or something crazy. Yeah.
Jeez, that's awesome.
I've never found it, but it's something to look. Nike just made some Yu-Gi-Oh sneakers.
I feel like you and other people, I keep seeing like Yu-Gi-Oh Yu-Gi-Oh and One Piece as well. Just having all of these like cross.
Dude, One Piece is huge, man. I need to get into that anime.
It is crazy. I'm glad to see it. This is another note. Two things I'm going to note from Funko cards that I mentioned earlier.
It's 2 mentions.
I know,
Funko,
and I'm not.
Go ahead and put the check.
Well,
in the mail.
I am going to give some promotion to him because he gets a lot into the non-sport breaks. So he supports me. I'm going to support him a little bit. But he did make.
Come see me on Wednesday, Funko.
This is what's really interesting. Well, 2 things. One, he put into Google best non-sports card podcast. Best
That's
non. I think he actually put non-sport card, not sports. He put best non-sport card podcast. You know what AI said? Like the Gemini response was the best non-sport cards podcast is Hobby Nonsense, which is frequently
Gemini?
recommended for its deep dives into pop culture collectibles like Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, hosted by Jesse Gibson and Ray Solorio.
Come on, baby.
I mean, I thought that was pretty darn cool.
Are we on a list anywhere on the internet?
Oh, I'm sure we're on a list.
In like
Nothing good.
Indonesia?
I need to check our demographics. I can't remember which one's biggest outside the U.S. I want to say it's UK or Australia though.
Indonesian listeners, you're letting me down.
We'll get him. We'll get him, boy. All right. So that was really cool. But he shared that also, pointing out how since he does do a lot of non-sport sales, he's just pointing out how much he is seeing the non-sport section grow. Like he's seeing records in cards. I don't have like comparative numbers for a lot of these, but just so we're all aware that if you have like a 1992 Pro Set Guinness Book of World Records rabbit, it's a record for a rabbit. There's a rabbit on the card, just sold for $35. That's not a big card, but the fact that it's like selling period is pretty cool. In fact, I think it's not even a PSA 10. It's like a PSA 8 or 9. So a PSA 8 or 9 doing like $35. That's pretty cool. But then you've got cards like, say Muppets, 1993 Muppets Air Beaker, did $100. A 1993 Jim Henson Muppets, did $250 of Gonzo. Let's see. There is a Sid the Sloth 2002 Ice Age Sid the Sloth PSA 10 that just sold for $300. You got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is out of the 1989 set from Topps, I believe, that just sold for $400 or maybe $500. I'm pulling it up as we speak, but just a lot. He's just pointing out that he has seen a lot of these sales. And I keep seeing them too. I mean, obviously, we're talking about Disney cards that are doing 6 figures. So we're definitely seeing some big increases. Yeah, that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle card did $500 as a PSA 10. Obviously, people think like, oh, it's mid-90s, junk wax era. What's the point in grading? If you can get a high grade, 9, 10, there's some resale out there for you. And it seems to be going up. I think people are just now starting to get into this because for a long time, you could get a lot of these cards, even in a high grade, for $100, maybe less. So just we're seeing a lot of increase. I love it. I just wanted to give more shout out to this community that supports us.
Come on, baby.
Keep supporting it back. So I think we have covered all of my topics except for mailbag. Are you good? You want to jump over there? We don't have a ton of time. We're already over an hour. Mailbag, non-sport, hobby nonsense. Let's see. All right. I guess we'll go with the first one I'm saying. Morgan John Fox, director to the stars. He says, with the continued talk of an AI bubble and possible stock market crash, are either of you considering or actively shifting funds you'd normally put into stocks, ETFs, etc., into collectible assets instead? This is a great question. He goes on to say, that's my guess why grails are currently booming. The data clearly shares this in a winning move over time. I've been heavily I've been heavily on the fence about this, but considering it in the last 2 weeks. So first off, I don't think AI is a bubble. I do understand what he's talking about as far as the investable world. I just watched a lot of late night, like 1 a.m. YouTube videos about AI, AGI.
What is AGI?
Artificial General Intelligence, which...
What is that?
Let me just tell you about the 2027 paper. I mean, here's some stuff. It's crazy. It's not science fiction anymore. You know what? I'm going to pump the brakes. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I think AI is like a big deal. I'm not like a conspiracy.
Become self-aware?
I'm not saying it's becoming self-aware in that sense. I am saying that we are training it to do what we want it to do, which is become self-sufficient, to be able to do things without any human input, right? We are going to train it so well that within the next few years, not even few, maybe the next 1 or 2 years, we are going to legitimately see people no longer having jobs because of this. I mean, it's already happening in some extent, but it will become more and more of a thing where people will not have a job because AI, general intelligence, or AGI just simply means a AI that is able to do the work of a human, who can do the understanding and comprehension and computing of a human being. So it's essentially like once you have one, you just duplicate it as many times as you want, and you have a workforce of people doing the jobs of humans, like being robots. Able to solve tasks and put together projects and all this stuff.
Solving tasks and putting together projects.
Yeah, like you tell it to do something. We're getting to the point where you will see AIs being more capable than some of the best coders in the world. It's really interesting stuff, man. It's really, and it's not. This is not like a.
But can they
this
have
is a guy who's on the internet?
But can they have an entertaining
no,
non-sports podcast?
Never, ever, never. As far as I believe in all of the AI technology that we see, it'll never have a sense of humor.
That's right.
All that being said,
as they pull the receipt 10 years down the road,
I say it will
you
never.
Remember
have
when you said this?
I say it will never have a sense of humor. But if you ever put in like a photo of yourself into like ChatGPT and ask it to brutally roast you, it's pretty funny, actually. It's pretty, it can get pretty good. Back to Morgan's question. We're never going to get through this mailbag.
Are you investing in
Am I taking money out? No, but I'm not actively putting more money in.
You have to diversify.
Yes. Yeah. I'm big into tech stocks specifically, not AI specific tech stocks. I've got index funds.
Are you investing in any energy related?
In some extent.
Stocks that
I've got some Tesla. I've got some Rivian.
That are going to help, like with the AI stuff, with like the energy that
not
it uses.
Directly, but you
might want to look into that.
Here's the thing: I invest a lot into index funds, some ETF type things.
Mm-hmm.
I like my diversification to come from there. I like passive investing. I'm not a big believer in too much active investing in it. So that being said, I am definitely in the sector that will get hit the hardest if there is a bubble and it collapses.
Yeah.
However, I've only been seeing it going up. I've not been adding more funds to it, though I probably should. But that also being said, I have been buying more collectibles. So maybe I'm doing it. I'm not even actively trying to, because I kind of am doing exactly what he's saying.
I think a lot of people are actively doing it, not knowing that they're doing it.
Yeah, I think I've been buying more collectibles, and I have not been putting more money into the market. So maybe I am, Morgan. You're helping me think.
I do know that, with everyone saying that there's a bubble with Pokemon is down. All my blue chip investing cards that I have, the high ticket ones, have all stayed solid.
See, I mean, and that's the thing. I've got a number of like some of these 1977 Star Wars cards. I've got some lower grade ones, but I can only assume that a lot of those will be going up in value as you're seeing.
Yeah, because when you see these, exactly to your point, you see these crazy sales.
Yeah.
What's the next best thing?
Exactly. Yeah. So it's, maybe I'm doing it more than I think. I think I'm just collecting it, but I am actively also considering the price of these cards and whether or not I think it's going to go up. Maybe I haven't as directly associated that with my retirement or investable income, but yeah, maybe that's what I'm doing. I like that. That's a good thought-provoking question. Let's see. Robert Cowper. So Robert says, Topps obviously put a big emphasis on non-sport this year. Do you think we'll start seeing more non-sport Topps Now releases, maybe tied to a new Disney Plus show or a movie that becomes a hit? Netflix just sold K-pop Demon Hunters licensing for toys to Hasbro and Mattel. Feels like trading cards could be in the mix. The timelines for a full set are too long to capitalize on the viral popularity of something like K-pop Demon Hunters, but Topps Now could be the answer. You obviously must have looked this up because you saw this question because you sent over.
I didn't look it up.
Oh, it just happened.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Talk about timing.
That's the AI listening to me.
So Hasbro has announced a partnership with Netflix and K-pop Demon Hunters. Wizards of the Coast is included in the partnership. So it looks like we're seeing more and more of this. I foresee Topps has some competition. Other non-sport card have some competition with Wizards of the Coast. I think we're going to continue to see them doing more focused non-sports, like outside of their realm of like the secret lair offerings and things like that. Like we saw with Spider-Man, like we've seen with Avatar and
The Office,
all these other. Yeah. So it'll be interesting. I granted, it's not exactly what I'm looking for. Like I think it's really cool that they have like the Dwight Schrute office cards, but I also want to see like scenes from the show, and I want to see like the actual actors like signing some of those. Like I would still like an office.
Do you remember the person that we had from Upper Deck, and they were saying that they wanted to do some IPs, but they didn't have the whatever they needed to make those, not the licensing, but the certain like images or pictures and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That might be the case with The Office. They might not have any of that.
My thinking is I don't believe that would be the case because of the popularity and how much marketing they did with it and how much they had to like get photos of people doing like different poses. And like, I feel like they've got a big Rolodex in that show specifically.
I might disagree.
I don't think that's the case with all of them, but I do think in that one, it was long enough. It had a long enough run that you probably have enough options to choose from. But that's my personal opinion because I have no idea.
What was the first part of that question? Like,
well, you're saying about tops now. We're going to see more because of the fact that it takes a long time to produce.
Yeah.
Well, they're already doing it, right? Like I'm trying to think of I've bought almost every tops now non-sport card release. I think
which ones have they been?
Let's see.
What have they been doing?
Well, this one's kind of a sport one, but I do have like Mr. Beast, who did like one with the sidemen from the UK. There was like some soccer charity match, but there's a Mr. Beast card. I have that. I've got Fantastic Four, the movie.
Oh, that's
they did that. I'm pretty sure they did Captain America, the newest one.
Terrible.
I got some of those. I've got Toy Story 30th anniversary. I have that. I mean, honestly, you keep going back. I'm trying to think. I've got a few other Marvel ones, I think, too. And I thought they did a a Disney show as well, to his point, but I'm blanking.
Like Mandalorian, maybe?
Man, it could very well be. I got to go back and look now.
I know for sure they do it with WWE all the time.
Yeah.
So,
and that's my only thing is like, I do wonder how these tops now cards hold up over time, right? Because especially when they come out with like the numbers of that one card, and you find out like
so many,
there could be multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars or hundreds of thousands of that card printed.
Do we know if the basketball, the Olympic?
Nothing has not come out as of yet.
It's so crazy.
It is crazy. I think, I'm going through here. I was going to say, I don't think I have the Pope card, but actually someone sent me one of the Pope cards. Then, oh man, Google is not helping me with my Google image. But yeah, there are a lot of them, and I think you're probably dead on, Robert. They're probably going to continue to do that. Crystal Tomes says, how does everyone feel about GameStop and their astronomical price hike for
Pokemon? On there? That's one of the questions?
That was one of the questions. Man.
Well, you know how I feel,
Crystal, go back a few minutes and check out Ray's
little, how do you feel?
Bugaboo. I don't like it at all. And like I said, I think if that's going to be the case where they're going to be the same price as the LCS, I'll go to my LCS. That's how I feel.
Get over yourself, GameStop.
Get over yourself. Andrew Larson is Upper Deck non-sport, not as popular because they don't partner with breakers. Interesting question. Or
that's a great question.
Is it ultimately better for the consumer so there's plenty of inventory available both online and at local LCSs? Ray, I'd like to hear your thought on this.
Well, I wanted to hear your thought because you're the breaker.
Yes, I have a thought.
And you don't have direct distribution.
I don't. Nope. They don't because they only do direct distribution with brick and mortar shops. So you can do, I have a call with GTS. I'm trying to get like GTS is a distributor. So I think they do some Upper Deck. I'm trying to get in with them. So
there's future, like a middleman.
Exactly. I don't love
like
that.
Like a distro.
And that's the thing. I think
same thing with Pokemon. Pokemon does the same thing.
I don't know if I would use the word Upper Deck non-sport not being as popular. Because I don't know if that is necessarily the case, but it does seem like it won't get the same kind of attention because of the fact that your breakers are doing two things for you, really. They're doing not only selling that product, but they're also promoting the crap out of that product because they want to sell it. They are making posts about it. They're making big hits. They're putting it, they're ripping packs on the Eiffel Tower or whatever the case may be. I've never actually seen that done.
Who's doing that?
You could do that.
Are you going to do
Someone's going to steal that idea for sure.
Are you going to France?
I'm going to the UK.
UK?
But no.
What's a good UK?
I'm going to go break it on Big Ben. I'm going to stand on the little clock handles like they do in Peter Pan. I'm going to open up a box of Sapphire while I'm up there. I'm going to pull a 1-of-1 Peter Pan while I'm there.
What's the island with all the heads?
Easter Island. Yeah.
You going to go there?
I'm going there. I'm going to be opening up products of something with Daryl Strawberry. I don't know. That's a big head person. That's a sport product though. So I don't know. That was a weird reference my brain just made. So anyways, going back to Andrew's question though, I think resale, at least for more recent product, does not match up on Upper Deck side as it does with Topps side. And I think that can be part of it. It's not being hyped like it would be in the breaker community. And that's because breakers just don't get direct allocation.
Yeah.
But that being said, his other part of that question is very, very true as far as, but that also means that you're seeing more inventory maybe at your LCS or online, and you're also seeing it be cheaper because of that. I would hate to see the product pricing get jacked up, but at the same time, I would love to see the value of my cards get jacked up. So
it's a double-edged sword, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a very difficult thing. So be careful what you wish for is what I'll say. While I would love to get distribution, I don't know if I want to take away a more affordable non-sport option to the community.
I think Upper Deck does themselves a disservice by not selling directly to the breakers. Like you said, breakers do a lot of advertising of the big hits. They put them on socials.
Listen, Upper Deck's not a sponsor of this show, just to be clear. We've had them on a couple times, which has been great. I like getting updates. They're going to send us a box of the Batman metal that we'll be able to rip on the podcast. We'll get to talk about it, show off some of that. But they're not a sponsor of the show. I don't feel any I need to say this or that about them. So I feel very comfortable with my comments of, yes, they do a lot for the non-sport community. I really like a lot of their cards and ideas. And you can tell, especially when we had our guest on from Upper Deck just recently talking about Batman Metal, how much they care about the quality of those cards and the ideas that go into them.
And I think the quality of their cards are next to none.
Oh yeah, that's very good.
We want to be able to showcase that off
absolutely
to the world. But if we can't get it, how are we going to do it?
And that's the thing. It's like, and not only if I can't get it, if I don't hear my friends in the card community talking about it, do I necessarily? Maybe it's not as good as I thought it was because I don't hear anybody talking about it. It's a psychological thing that I think that maybe not being fully taken into consideration at times. So,
what is that theory? I don't know. It's called like red Corvette theory or something. Like if you're looking for a red Corvette and then you go on the road and then all you see are red Corvettes.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe if there were more people talking about it, we would notice that we're seeing it more, because it could be that we're seeing it just as often as maybe Topps cards, but because no one's really talking about it, we're not noticing it as much.
Exactly.
That's an interesting thought. All right, we gotta. Geez, we're
going, baby.
All right, we got a few more here. I'm gonna try and speed run some of these. Ryan Johnson, do you think non-sports repacks, Marvel, Star Wars, Disney, etc., will start becoming a bigger thing? And if so, do you think it will increase prices / liquidity of slab non-sports like it has with sports cards? I absolutely do think it's going to be a thing, and I know it's going to be a thing. I have heard certain things. I don't know what I'm supposed to talk about or what I can talk about, but I do know.
Repacks from who?
Well, there's breakers that are going to make some. There are also going to be shops that do repack. Again, I'm being vague because I don't know what I can and can't talk about.
Why would anybody want to buy a repack?
Well, because it's the same thing. So we did a sponsorship with Courtyard, and now even though Courtyard is not sponsoring the show, Arena Club's not sponsoring the show either, even though they're sponsoring SCN. They don't sponsor the show. I will say this.
Are those considered repacks?
Those are considered basically, it's basically a repack is what you're doing. You're going in there, you're getting a random card that you don't know what it's going to be, and you are going to hit maybe a big card, a grail card, or you're going to hit maybe something not as valuable as what you paid for. Okay. But that being said, you've got Pokemon and you've got the other sports.
Yeah, Pokemon.
But you don't have non-sport repacks. I know that is something that's being worked on. So I would be
by who?
Well, again,
by one of those two companies that you just named.
Why are you doing this, Ray? I almost called you Mike because this is exactly what Mike does, where I don't want to name names, and then you're specifically asking me names.
I'm not by one of those companies that you just named.
I don't know.
Just say yes or no.
That is then naming names. It's down to 50% on that. So, anyways.
Is it by a popular repacker on the internet?
That is the case. Yes, that is people that are doing it as well. So will that provide additional price increases in pricing, liquidity, things like that? I think so, and I think it's only going to help the non-sport community. I hope. I say that. I hope so. Trey Reeves. Oh no, that was his Cooper Flag question that he thought was the SC.
Come on,
mailbag.
Trey Taylor. Trey Taylor from
Jeff Palumbo. I sometimes wonder if the dealers are feeding the rising prices themselves via dealer-to-dealer sales. Are collectors really paying these prices? That's an interesting question.
Dealer to dealer.
So like there's things like DealerNet, which is a place where dealers can go and buy and sell product. I have sometimes wondered if there's like some manipulation on some of those.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
Because it's like, there have been times where it's like, oh, I wanted to buy something and I try and buy it at the price. I send a thing to buy it and the person never responds. I'm like, you have it listed for that price. I'm not negotiating. I want to buy it at that price. They never respond. But then you see a price or like a sale for a higher price than that, when there was no one on there that I saw at least selling it for that price. So I'm like, why is it that I can't get it at a lower price, but suddenly they're marking sales that are for higher prices? I do think that there's some of this stuff going on, and it's not just for the consumers. It's happening on the back end too, and that kind of gets passed along to the consumer in some cases. So yeah, it's something to think about.
I mean, it could easily be to where you and me both have eBay pages or eBay stores. And I tell you, hey, Jesse, I'm going to post this card up, buy it at this price, and I'll just ACH you the money back.
Absolutely. That could happen.
And then I have all these other cards.
It's almost as if there's a Pokemon bubble or something like that.
Well, it could be with anything. I mean,
I'm joking,
people
but yes.
always, anything on eBay, they talk about shill bidding. They talk about
absolutely
laundering money through eBay. They talk about all kinds of stuff.
I completely agree with you. It's a concern, but it's at the same time, it's like, well, can I still go? Like, is it reasonable to a reasonable degree? Does it seem like it could be something that actually took place? That's what I have to base it on, because I don't think we'll ever know for sure in a lot of cases.
And then you have all these big what do they call them? All these big companies coming in buying up all the grails.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're basically repackers. They're working for repackers to some extent.
Or like the even bigger companies investing in.
Oh, yeah. You've got like the
what do you call
actual
them? Like what is it, like a set of companies that come in and
like venture capitalists. Yeah, they're going in and trying to create funds or things like that with high-end cards. Yeah, that's a thing too. But so that could be affecting pricing. It's, again, use as much common sense as you can when buying checkout prices. And yeah, maybe some of these prices are where they're at because it started as someone manipulating a price and now everyone just bought in and they accepted it. But who's to say that's not the case with a lot of things in our culture?
Beanie Babies.
I mean, like it's just what happens, right? Beanie Babies are a prime example. Until it's valued at that until it's not.
Well, you look at eBay, pull up any Beanie Baby, Princess Diana Beanie Baby. You'll see sales for like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000.
Yeah,
but they don't sell for that price. You know what I mean?
Is that so? I didn't know.
They're not worth that much.
Oh, okay.
So, but you see sales.
Yeah.
So that's where you're trying to what's going on there. Black Star or Black Diamond Disney VHS tapes, same thing.
Oh, hang on real quick. Hello? Oh, sorry. We're recording the podcast right now. Is everything okay, hon? Oh, the Wagovi? My Wagovi, I want the 2.4. Thanks, babe. Love you. Bye. Sweetheart. Sweet lady. I don't think she's ever been on here before. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, stay it in there. But yeah, it's a good question for sure. All right.
Do we got more?
We do.
Rapid fire. Single question answers.
Hayes Chandler Hudson, why are there not more horror card releases, especially this time of year? There are some, though. There are some.
Like Pokemon used to make trick or treat packs.
Are they not?
They don't do that. They didn't do that this year.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, but they suck anyway, so don't get them.
Yeah.
But what other things do they make?
So I think Leaf had a horror set that came out. Yeah, I think there's definitely a fandom for it, but I would think especially as a horror fan that Hayes Chandler Hudson is, I would almost think you wouldn't necessarily want many more out there just because it starts to eat into
dilute.
the market as far as like the horror sub genre goes. But yeah, I think like GPK has like some, maybe it's just tops now versions of like some, Halloween based cards and things like that. Not things I care
know
to invest in myself.
Horror VHS tapes always sell
really?
really well.
Yeah. A lot of weirdos out there. That's for sure. Not that you are, Hayes. You're a great person and I love you.
Great guy.
All right. Let me see. I think the only other one, and I'm not going to dive in. There's a lot of like sub comments, like replies, and I apologize just due to timing. We're going to get one more. Let me see. Jeffrey Veitch, I want to say. Do you feel like Topps and Pokemon are flooding the market because people are spending the money? And do you feel like the whole bubble will pop again and people will lose a lot of money on all these cards? Interesting topic considering is what we were just talking about. I think it depends on who you talk to about it, because again, it could be that we are entering a time where we're seeing the masses, and not just like the hobbyists, but like people in general who may not be big collectors at all start to buy these things because they are viewing them as having some kind of like inflationary hedge value, like art has done, and wine and other things that we've mentioned before, like other premium collectible products.
Are you a wine connoisseur? Do you collect wine, Jesse?
I don't. I would drink it. I do enjoy wine, but yeah, I would drink the wine. I couldn't hold it because I don't like to stare at a bottle. But I do know this: if you're going to collect wine, you need to store it on its side. You don't want that cork drying out.
Ooh, baby.
That's a fun fact for you. I spent a little time in wine country for our 50th anniversary.
All right.
I don't like to brag about it, but they told me one thing, and I remembered that one thing.
I know Pokemon did say that they are flooding the market so they can get the prices to come down.
Which is like is that not, it's a good thing?
They don't make any money off of the aftermarket.
That's true. But they're going to make, but here's the thing, they're going to make more money. You do it that way, right? Because if they make the same amount, whether the product is hugely popular or it's not, and more people are buying it because they're putting out more of it, then yeah, they're going to make more money doing it that way. And it will, and that's like to me, in my mind, I'm like, oh, well, they're just thinking for themselves. They want Pokemon, the company, to make more money. They don't want all these other people making more money, but they'll sell you at the idea of, oh, we're just trying to do this to help everybody else. But are they? You know what I mean? That's my thought.
That's your show, ladies and
gentlemen. You don't
have
any comments to that? Okay, that's fair.
I mean, hey, I agree with you.
All right.
We live in a capitalistic society, you know.
But I'm okay with capitalism of the collector, not capitalism of the corporation. Even though
talking to you, GameStop,
talking to you. Listen up, gamey. All right, there you go. A long episode. Thank you guys for listening. Big shout out to my co-host Ray Solorio for being who he is.
Big shout out to Samantha Gibson for calling in through the show.
Thank you, hon. You're
getting the good Jovi.
You're a great woman for picking up my Wagovi. All right, we'll see you back next Monday. Again, we've got it. Hopefully, at least a couple guests, at least one guest. Hopefully, they don't both cancel on us. And then we're still working on a Lego person. We're working on a coin person as well. So a coin collector, because that's been a thing too. Cool. I keep seeing more and more coin stuff.
PSA grades coins.
Yeah, there's gonna be, we want to have some of that on. So yeah, working on not only card related things, but also just more collectible fun stories.
Can I tell you a quick little Lego story before we get out of here?
If you can do it quick.
There's a Bricks and Minifigs opening up in our town.
Oh, I saw, yeah.
They had a post on Facebook looking to buy some Lego sets.
They were set up like outside, right?
Correct. And so I went by there by like 1:30 and they weren't there.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So I have a bunch of Star Wars Lego minifigures that I got in a crazy lot on Facebook Marketplace maybe like 3 years ago. I paid like $200 for so many Star Wars Lego minifigures, and just 2 of those Lego minifigures pays for the whole lot. So I've been just kind of like hoarding them.
Jeez.
And I'm like, these are just kind of taking up space. I want to sell them. And dude wasn't there. So whatever.
You know what? That's not how we start businesses in this town. Bricks and minifigures.
I did send them a DM and I said, hey, are you guys coming back? And they're like, no, we're gone for the day. And I was like, well, I have some things you're interested in. Send them pictures. They're like, oh yeah, we're interested. And so they're going to be back next Saturday morning, and hopefully they're
Maybe they stay longer than like 3 hours or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Listen, you know what? I'm gonna give them a pass. The store's not actually open. They're
as
actually
long
set
as they
up
give me
outside their
80%
shop.
of the value of, I'm okay.
That is something that I will want to hear an update on. All right, there you go. That's the show, guys. Please, as always, we appreciate DC Sports continues to be a big supporter of ours. We're talking, actually, there's been some interest with Hobby Nonsense maybe joining another podcast platform out there because we're just independent as is. That's who knows what
Some
we're going to do,
rumblings,
but
some
no matter what is, Google says it all. Like it's growing in popularity, which is all thanks to you, the listeners. We really do appreciate you guys on all the support you guys give us. So
we need to do a giveaway for the what do they call it? Like a review.
Oh yes, yeah. Review giveaway.
A review giveaway.
Oh,
leave a review. Give us a little like how you like the show.
Let's have this for next episode so we can have something specific on how they do it.
Correct.
Okay. All right. There you go. But if you want to still leave a review in the meantime, feel free.
Yes.
But if you don't, just give us a follow and a like. We'll take that too.
It's all good, baby.
All right, everybody. We'll see you guys next Monday. Thanks so much.
Bye.